Yo, Incog, you want to come out here? Well, I guess it's about that time. The last week of UNPL. We're about a really meme team. Pretty substandard, I would say. Mostly because Kurt had to wait on another game to happen to determine if he could make playoffs. And, you know, things go as they do. So I brought a very meme-filled team, no matter what the occasion was going to be, because I felt like this team had a chance of doing well, and I played it particularly poorly in some regards. Welcome back to UNPL Action. I'm Incog, host of Backs to the Future, and we fight Kurt and his Emerald Enamoris, I think it is. I could be wrong, obviously. Despite having a good memory, I did not review the team name for this game, but for more information on the memeing team, I decided to lead off Tyranitar, basically in an effort to go ahead and catch Staraptor or Slowking lacking, and that is mostly so I can get the Adrenaline Orb boost, catch the U-turn coming out, obviously, and then do whatever I wanted after the D-Dance. However, it's reckless because we have a Phalanx, so good job on my part for figuring that one out. So once I see that, I'm kind of like, you're gonna U-turn, right? Like there's no chance you don't U-turn, so what do I do? And that's what kind of got me going. I was like, I don't know what to do. And with Kurt's team, it became very apparent maybe I should have brought a more serious extra drill set. I don't know. We hit the U-turn, by the way. We have 252 HP, 116 defense. So we technically could live a choice. We could live a close combat, depending on how much investment there is. So we see Hariyama come out as we go for Power Gem, and that kind of reveals that we are definitely special. See him take some Sandstorm Chip. We do not see the Flame Orb. So I'm like, I don't live any hit from this. So I look at my team and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't bring Latios. I didn't bring like anything for this. And you're gonna see the game lag for me calc, don't worry. I didn't bring anything for like Hariyama. So I send in Monkey Dory because it's Terra fighting this week. Nasty play. It's like the one serious set I have outside of like definitely Spadef Iron Hands. We eat an Earthquake because we have 136 defense. And now because now starts the Russian roulette turn. All right. You're gonna see two people Terra, both me and my opponent. I'm gonna Terra Blast fighting, assuming that it is Terra fighting or Terra Steel itself. However, on top of those two, Kurt also has Terra Ghost. So I weigh my options and I'm like, it's a 1 in 3 chance. Let's roll the dice. I lose Monkey Dory, but then I can go into like Phalanx and kill afterwards because I'm choice banned. And you know, why not bring this Pokemon? So this is a funny turn. And I tell you what, we do lose the 1 in 3 chance, unfortunately. And you know, it is what it is. But it was really funny to see it happen in real time because I was like, I was really hoping it wasn't Terra Ghost. I'm hoping it was Terra Steel. But I understand Terra Ghost play. I have like an Iron Hands, you know, and other Mons among that. But I also didn't understand it for like Tyranitar reasons. But I guess like if you're never expecting Tyranitar to outpace your Hariyama, I guess so. But also like high key, Terra Ghost in the me looks really good outside of like the Tyranitar. So like now I'm like sitting here understanding it more as I watch back this replay. I've watched it back a few times. I'm going to Phalanx after calcing a little bit. I'm like, I don't want to go Iron Hands. Iron Hands is kind of my, hey look, they can burn me. Oh yeah, I have a Rostberry, so I can't get burned. I could have brought a Lumberry, but it didn't really make sense to me. So I go Phalanx and go ahead and pick up Phalanx's first kill and only kill of the season. We brought a very interesting team, I'll say that. You probably saw Vigoroth over there. He's Spadef, like bulk up knockoff taunt facade. Stellar Terra, which didn't really make a big difference this game, I'll say, because we Terra'd Monkey Dory. And you could argue I could have Terra'd Phalanx, but I actually go for knockoff here because I'm like, whatever, let's get away the item and go from there. This unfortunately does allow in the Staraptor, which you would think is pretty bad, but it allows me to sack off Vigoroth. Because Vigoroth wasn't going to do anything this game unless I made it like max Fizz Def or if I ran the set I ran. And The way I played around with it was not good, of course, but happens. You know, I was kind of bringing some sets that I think are like, some of these sets I think are well worth it, right? Adrenaline or Tyranitar with D-Dance, because then if I get a D-Dance off on the Staraptor coming in, I get to +2 speed, and my Power Gem always kills, and I always outpace at least base 100s and below. And I have 3 really good moves in Power Gem, you know, Dark Pulse and Thunderbolt. You know, while Vigoroth dies, it is a Spidef Vigoroth that actually, with a bulk up in Terra Stellar, Knockoff and Facade into this team works wonders. And then you got this set, 72 defense, 252 Spidef, and 184 speed, SD fucking Iron Hands. One of my favorite sets, I may add. So at this point, he's gonna go ahead and switch out here hard, and I kind of figured out that he was banded based on the calcs here. Because, you know, Vigoroth isn't that bulky, but I was like, damn, that's a lot of fucking damage. So I do expect him to switch out because he knows that Brave Bird either will do like a little bit or won't do as much. We do see the Sinistcha come out, which is just unfortunate. But yes, D here. Now, you could say I should have stood on business and went for Heavy Slam, knowing that I could be burned and yada yada yada. Here's my problem, right? I didn't want this to become I'm going to set up for all, but then also at the last second I said maybe I should go for Lynx because you're gonna go for Strength Set because you're gonna see my damage and then go for it. Matcha Gotcha pops and I get burned. 30% chances on people known as IncogM are always known to be 50% chances. Keep that in mind next time you wanna see me play this live. So by unfortunate luck, we are going to see Kurt switch out into the Mandibuzz, which you knock off, which is fine, you know. We're just kind of gonna keep this on for now because there's not really any reason to let it go as of right now. So I am gonna go into Tyranitar because, you know, obviously Tyranitar doesn't have too much usage right now, but this will obviously catch a double if anything. But I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like, oh, Kurt brought the serious team, obviously, so maybe I should have brought more of a serious team. I don't know. Get knocked off our Adrenaline Orb, and I don't regret bringing this team at all. It doesn't like I gave all my best effort into a lot of my games, and I'm very proud of that. Despite the losing record, I did what I had to do to get into situations where I could win, and this is not one of those games, of course, but because it's last game of the season, because I knew I couldn't make playoffs, it was better for me to just go ahead and meme at this point. So I am definitely proud that I played the game the way I did. Okay, so here comes a really funny turn. I Dragon Dance instead of Dark Pulsing or Power Gemming, which I should have Thunderbolted, knowing that there is not a whole lot that could come in on Tyranitar. And I'm like, all right, I'll Dark Pulse. Let's see if I can get a flinch, just to see. We see the Cobra pop, and I'm like, God damn it. And it's Chilling Reception, or actually it's Focus Blast, which kills Tyranitar, and then it is Chilling Reception. Now, from my perspective here, without Cobra Berry, I think I calced with it, and I was like, fuck, you know, maybe I should just go for Hone Claws and try and get an end game where I can get out of this. Yeah, it definitely lives. By the way, it definitely did not live the Flaying Avery in the past. I thought it did because I calced with Cobra still. So I go for Hone Claws knowing that I could kill it. Now, I am 232 attack, 84 speed, and 192 defense. If I go for this Fling, I basically set up an end game where I have to kind of play out of my ass with my sand turns. Didn't want to do that. Could not stand to do that. Was not going to do that. 0 out of 10. And you might be like, after this next turn, wouldn't you go Iron Hands if you kill something or something dies? You're absolutely right, young viewer. But you know, not everybody thinks in that same wavelength. So I go for my Fling because I still want to show it off. We do live the close combat because I EV'd it specifically to live something like this, which tells me I believe it's Scarf, not Banded. So I just go for my Fling, I get the kill, and that's the last kill of this game. And the last kill of my season. So thank you to the UNPL. Thank you to especially Jake, aka Trexo, for reaching out to them and letting them know that I wanted to be a part of this. I mean, in a lot of draft league senses, I get it. You know, sometimes you want to keep things, you know, inclusive with whoever joins and whoever's there. And I completely get it. I have my own league that I run that I kind of just ask people to join rather than application systems, because back in the day, for those of you who don't know, I used to actually, I probably won't flash it up on screen, but I've been running Draft League since 2017, and this is where I should have gone Iron Hands, by the way. Should have done that, didn't do it, kind of just said, oh yeah, there's an Iron Hands in the back, why the fuck do I care? God knows I shouldn't have gone for knockoff, but God also knows that I am not the smartest tool in the shed, which is just unfortunate. You know how it is. I don't know why I didn't go Iron Hands, by the way. I still cannot tell you. But as this battle's finishing out, yeah, I've been running my own league since 2017, and then I basically gave up the rights, I guess you could say, for the league to be named the DDL, or the Duplex Doubles League, and made it into the Mystery Dungeon Association, mostly because Pogo Mystery Dungeon holds a very big place in my heart here. And the music's gonna fade out while I'm talking, so don't worry. But you know, MDA, we're about to finish up season 2. And anybody who is in this league that wants to join up, honestly, hit me up. I mean, I think it'd be a dope time to have more people who are definitely more in the draft scene than some people. You know, obviously a lot of my friends aren't into the Wi-Fi draft scene. Most of them just regularly play Showdown, and sometimes, you know, they obviously buy the games. But might be cool to see some of you guys. I know next season I'm running Nat decks. I'm probably gonna do like 12 teams, 6 to a conference, and do Nat decks, no Terra, but Megas and Z moves are allowed. But enough from me. This has been the last week of UNPL. Thank you guys for watching, and keep it in mind.